So we live in a world of instant gratification. Everything we could ever want is just a click away. We can look and see beautiful places in the world instantly. Just about anything you could ever want to buy, you can just look down, type it in, click, and it'll be there within a few days. Now that's kind of shifted the way we live our lives. We've adapted and adjusted to having anything we want, whenever we want. It's changed our perception of how we earn things. We're not used to working hard for things anymore because we get them instantly. And that's changing everything, not just the way we shop, but it's changing the way we feel about things. See, we try something hard and we fail. And because we felt that failure, we give up because it's not worth it anymore. Why should I do it? See, that's a big problem we have. It's great. It's great that we don't even have to go to the store anymore. It's great that you don't have to drive around looking for stuff. It's great that you can read reviews and instantly find out what's the best product. And for shopping, I'd say it's a great success. The problem has been the shift mentally that it's caused in society. And what I mean by that is that we do want everything now instantly. People don't want to work hard or work long for things. People don't want to push themselves for extended periods of time to achieve a goal. We often just write it off as unattainable. Can't do it, move on to the next thing. And that's where in my journey of trying to find and improve myself, I noticed this thing called the 3-year rule, which I found from some other YouTubers talking about. And basically the concept behind it, to simplify it for you, means that you should do something for 3 years, basically to figure out if it's gonna work, if you're gonna like it. Whether it's a new business, give it 3 years, see if it succeeds or fails. You know, if you're gonna do some kind of lifestyle change, if you're gonna do basically anything, you give yourself 3 years. Now, it's crazy to think about because of the kind of society and culture we live in where we get everything instantly. It seems crazy that like, you want me to do this for 3 years? And the answer is yes, 3 years. But the big problem and the reason about this rule is just to stretch things out longer. Oftentimes I've noticed people quit after a few weeks. You know, we were talking in the last video about how people will just give up after a few weeks of going to the gym and not seeing results. I mean, of course you're not gonna see results. You're gonna look on Instagram and you're gonna see those buff people and you're gonna see those fit people. And you're gonna say, well, how come if they can do it, why can't I do it? Well, because those guys are on a strict diet, they're on a strict sleep schedule, they're on a strict exercise routine, and that's how they get to where they're at. And we don't see that, we just see the end result. And we want that end result, but we don't put in the time. See, those people have put in their 3 years, so to speak, most likely much more. The big business owners, they didn't become successful overnight. You know, I was just reading about Steve Jobs. Like, you know, it took him years to get to where he was. And he's not the only one. It's pretty much for every big successful person. They've stuck at it for years. See, there's 2 reasons you should stick with things. And the first one is just to see if it's a successful theory or concept, if it's going to work. But the second reason you do it is so that you can find out if you actually enjoy doing that thing. Whether it's that job, whether it's this or that, you gotta stick with it. You know, we often have, especially as young people, we have these ideas of like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And sure, it's great for the first few weeks. I mean, I could be a fashion designer for 2 weeks, it would probably be fun. But then after a while, I'd be like, well, I don't really care that much about fashion. I'm gonna go do something else. And it's this bouncing around. It helps you, don't get me wrong, it does help you find what you want to do. But in the long run, you need to find something and stick with it. I was reading in my one book, don't try to strengthen your weaknesses, but instead find your strengths and make them even better. And avoid your weaknesses. Instead of trying to you don't want to be a jack of all trades, you want to be a master of a very few key things. So for example, the example in the book they used was like, you wouldn't have an Olympic sprinter switch spots with an Olympic marathon runner. They're built differently, not just like physically they're different, but their training's completely different. You need to find something that you enjoy doing, something you're good at, and really drill into that. If it's computer programming, if it's painting, if it's making videos like what I do, whatever it happens to be, you need to stick with that and do it. I've really, personally, I've been kidding myself a lot, you know, with trying to I like video games, but you know what? Since 2020 started, I haven't touched video games besides to wipe my entire hard drive. Actually, you can see I've wiped that hard drive that's sitting on the PlayStation. That's all I've done. I thought I liked video games, but I didn't like them that much to dedicate 8 hours a day to it. And I had to learn that, you know, and if I kept doing it, sure, the channel might have grown and become a kind of gaming channel. But the thing is, it's not something that I personally would feel fulfilled doing for an extended period of time. Same with vlogging. I started running out of ideas, and it really struck me like this is what I want to do. And making these, I literally like I've done stuff for these style of videos that I've never done for any of the vlogs. I literally have like entire like notes of like I have video ideas and like subtopics for each one. I've been doing so much for it. Like I'm really into it. And I think just like how I've been finding myself, like I was like, okay, I'm gonna do videos, and now I'm gonna even beam it down even more specifically, not just videos, but what kind of videos, how are you gonna do it? And I think that that's important for you guys too, especially as you're younger. Like find out what you like whether it's like my homie Leo who loves photography. So he went out and bought a camera and he invested, and now he's gonna do it. And that's awesome because he's already been, it's just great. He's been doing it, now he's gonna get even better. He's got better gear, and it's awesome. At the end of the day, you need to find something you want to do and stick with it. Stick with it not just for a few weeks or a few months, but see how long you can stick with it. Eventually, when you get older, you're gonna need to do something for an extended period of time. See, I've met people who are in their 40s or 50s who've been bouncing around from, here in Vietnam, who've been bouncing around from teaching job to teaching job every few years. And that's why they're in the same position as me. Whereas if they stuck with one job for a while, they'd be in a much higher position with a better salary, better benefits, all the good things. But they were tired of some policy or something, you know, and these little things pushed them to do different things, and they just kind of became jack of all trades, master of none. So go out there, find something you like, stick with it, and do it, and hone that skill. Because the thing that's gonna make you valuable in the world is that those skills that you have that other people don't, right? Like if you can paint and then you can find a way to market that, you're gonna be able to make something from it, because that's a skill that maybe people want that they can't do themselves. And at the end of the day, it's not that way you can fulfill two things. You can have your passion and be happy with what you're doing, but you can also make a living, because let's be honest, hopes and dreams and desires don't put food in your belly or money in the bank. So go out there, find something you like, and hone it. You know, every day it's like wax on, wax off, wax on, and make it perfect. It's your baby, and you have your life to make it awesome. So don't go running around. Don't jump from here to here. I mean, you can while you're young, but then eventually find it, stick with it, and remember, it's in the long game. Like the people who stay in there the longest, they're usually going to be the winners. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Stay tuned for more videos like this, and yeah, maybe now as the Lunar New Year Tet holiday comes, I'll be making a few more vlogs for you. But yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Peace.